So yeah, anybody seen this before though, besides today? Anybody ever seen this?
Yeah.
How many of you have seen this before? I mean, show me your hands. How many of you have seen it before? Okay, let me ask some of you, where have you guys seen it before at? Where at before? Besides here, where have you seen it before?
A book.
A book? Okay, what kind of books?
Diary of a Kid.
Okay, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is something like this in here? Okay. Alright, where have you seen it before?
In fairy tale books.
Okay, alright. Where have you seen it before, buddy, in the back there? Yeah, where have you seen this before? Okay, alright, and right here, where have you seen it before? At school, very good, alright. So now, here's the thing that I want you guys to get in this, because last week we kind of talked about this too, where man came from. And so I wanted you guys to understand that when you go into a school is going to, unless it's a Christian school, a school, you guys' public school that you go into, is probably going to teach you something like this. It started with a monkey, and it worked its way up into a man. Alright, so they're going to teach you that you came from a monkey. Alright, how many of you believe that you're from a monkey? If you were here last week, how many of you believe you were from a monkey? Alright, good. I'm going to prove to you today that you did not. You did not come from a monkey. Because we also have a creator in the universe that has we have to put that into the play as well. So let's lay that right here. We'll keep that in mind here for just a minute. So how many of you guys have gone to the zoo before?
Oh, yeah.
You've been to the zoo. I'm telling you, man, going to the zoo is one of my favorite places. I love going to the zoo. How about you guys? You love going to the zoo? I don't even care if it's 150 degrees outside, which I don't like heat normally, but if it's hot outside, I don't care, man. I want to go to the zoo. What's your favorite thing to see at the zoo? How many of you guys? Okay, not everybody wants to hang on. Let's see. What's your favorite thing to go see, man? Yeah.
The American alligators.
Okay, the American alligators. All right. What about you right here, man? What's your favorite thing to see at the zoo?
Prairie dogs.
Okay, the prairie dogs. I love those guys too. They like pop their heads out of holes and everything. All right, back here in the pink, young lady. What's your favorite thing to see at the zoo? Penguins. That's my favorite place to hang out besides the tigers. Mine's a favorite. It's the tigers. But right after that, after I'm sweating and dying because of all the heat, the penguin house is it, man. How many of you like to go to the penguins? It's like freezing in there. It's really awesome.
I like the penguins.
They're like splashing around in the water. They poop in the water too. That's pretty gross, that white stuff. Anyway, that's pretty nasty. Penguins are pretty awesome too. So you guys can put your hands down. You love going to the zoo. How many of you love to go see the monkeys though? You love the monkeys. Gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans. You guys ever seen the orangutans? They have the real long arms and they're kind of orange in color. You've seen the orangutans right there? Pretty cool. You like that? You like the big mouth?
King Julian.
Yeah. So,
Baboons.
yeah, baboons are cool too. They've got kind of the funky pink butts though, don't they? So they're pretty funny looking too. Yeah, I know. So there's all kinds of them. But now, how many of you guys? Hang on, shh. How many of you guys have seen when you go to the zoo? Just asking you kind of a weird question, I know, but how many of you guys have gone to the zoo and you've seen the monkeys and they kind of do human stuff?
Like what?
Well, they eat. You guys ever seen them eat?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen them play?
Yeah. They climb.
Okay, they climb. Yeah, you see them climb. You guys ever seen on TV and things that they kind of have them draw too? Or play on computers?
Yeah, and they eat each other's hair.
Yeah, they kind of pick at each other's hair. But we'll get to that here in a second too. So they have human traits, right? I mean, what have you guys seen about the monkeys? What are some things that, hang on, what are some things that monkeys have that we have? Let me see your hands here. Olivia, what are some things that monkeys have that we have? What's the same thing? You don't know? Okay. All right. Hannah, what's some things that monkeys have that we have? They have bodies. Okay, that's good. You're getting there. All right, Kevin, what do they have, man? So, okay, they have bottoms. All right. Katie, what do they have? What do monkeys have that we have? Just kind of think of the same stuff, maybe, that they have that we have.
I know.
Okay. All right. Katie, what do they have over here on this side? Okay, all right. I'm kind of thinking some specific stuff, though. It's kind of like, let me use our ears, for example. We have 2 ears, right? Do we have 2 ears? 1, 2? Do they have 2 ears?
Yeah.
Okay, what's some other stuff then, Caleb? What do they have that we have?
Toes.
Okay, they have toes. Good. All right, they even have 5. like we do. They have 5 fingers and 5 toes. They don't have 4 or 5. You know,
No, they have
5.
6 toes.
Oh, they have 6 toes? Okay, we'll look at that here in a minute too. All right, one more real quick. Kevin, what do they have?
Opposable thumbs.
They have opposable thumbs. That's right. They have thumbs like we do, right? And then they have eyes. They have eyes like we do. How many eyes do monkeys have?
2.
How many eyes do we have?
They had 3, that would be
Okay, if they had 3, that would be awesome. They have like a 3rd eye right there in the middle. They go to the glass and kind of look at you with their 3rd eye.
It'd be like a cyclops.
That'd be kind of weird, yeah. He'd be a triclops. All right. And then you have they have a nose, right? They have a nose.
Arms, legs.
Do we have a nose?
Yeah.
I hope you have a nose. All right. Do they have arms and legs?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have arms and legs normally? Yes. Most people do. All right. So some people don't, but most people do. All right. So you see that they kind of have the same things, right? That when it comes to features, they have hair, we have hair. Do monkeys lay eggs? That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Monkey eggs. Could you imagine for Easter, monkey eggs? You know, like you dye monkey eggs and we have an Easter monkey? Pretty funny. So yeah, all right. So you guys are getting the idea, though. Do humans lay eggs?
No.
That'd be pretty funny too. You have mom eggs for Easter. You have an Easter mommy.
Chicken.
You have an Easter mommy. All right. Anyway, that'd be kind of funny. But anyway, here. All right, now listen. Everybody hang out. Stick with me. Stick with me here. I only want to go another few minutes. Hang on. Just listen here. Check this out. So they have some of the same stuff we do. They have eyes. We have eyes. They have ears. We have ears. They go to the bathroom. We go to the bathroom. You know. So they have all that same stuff. Now, does that make them human?
No. Yeah.
Does it make them human?
No.
All right, they are mammals, and so are we. Yes, that's a very good one too. They're both mammals, and we're both mammals. And so, but it doesn't make them human. Now, what are some things, I want to ask you guys a really cool question. What are some things that you think that we do that they don't? All right, let's see. Okay, Anna, what do you think some things that we do that monkeys don't?
We have a soul that we love Jesus.
Okay, we have a soul, we love Jesus. Have you seen monkeys go to church?
No.
Except Gordon. Gordon's an exception. Gordon does come to church, but normal though. Do monkeys come to church? I mean, do you guys see them? Do monkeys get in the car and they dress up for church? They get their tie on, and they just jump in the car and they go, "Come on, kids, let's go to church!" And all the little monkeys get in the car and they're driving down the road and they come to church. No, right? All right, now, hey, go put your hands down. All right, now, hang on.
They don't even somewhere.
All right, so now, hang on. Have you guys ever seen monkeys on an airplane before? Anybody ever flown before? You been on an airplane?
No.
All right, cool. You've been on an airplane.
No.
Have you guys ever gotten in on the plane and you sit down and there's a monkey sitting right next to you?
Yeah.
Come on, not. There may be a guy that would kind of be like a monkey. He might be picking at his hair, scratching his armpits or something like that. But he's not a monkey though. You come in there and you sit down and this guy's like, "Hello, would you like some peanuts?" It's not a monkey, right?
I have seen a real monkey.
You've seen real monkeys, but monkeys, if they travel on a plane, they don't travel in the seats, right? They put them in a cargo hold, they put them in a cage, and they slide them up underneath the bottom of the plane. They don't ride with you. So they don't get in the car and they don't drive the car. And they don't, they're wearing the tie. All right, now, how many of you have ever seen a monkey to write a book? You go to your local library in your school. You guys have a library in your school, right? And you go to your school and you go over to the sections where the M is labeled. And you're looking through all the M's, and so there's Monet, and there's Montague, and there's Maverick, or whatever their last name is, and all of a sudden you get down to the end, and there's the monkey section. Now there are books about monkeys, right?
Yeah.
But you've never seen a book written by a monkey, right?
No. That'd be cool.
It'd be pretty cool, but monkeys don't sit down to the typewriter 7 years ago. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Ooh, that's good. I like that. He keeps writing. Dude, you've never seen a monkey do that before. You've seen them play on typewriters, right? Maybe on computers before. I've seen them play on computers before. But that monkey doesn't sit down to that computer and go, "All right, let's see. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to download my favorite program, and I'm going to sit there and play this video game all day long because I totally love this video game." All right. You don't see monkeys do that. All right.
What if they're playing
Now Here's another thing. You guys ever seen a monkey sit down and read a book to somebody?
No.
What's something that we can do that they can't, that I'm doing right now?
Read a book. Stand like a
So you guys ever gone to the zoo before and you're sitting down there and right there in front of the glass, he taps on the window and he goes, "Hello everybody, I'm a monkey."
He can't talk though.
Hang on. So he goes over there and he tells you, "Man, it's really hot today, isn't it? You're sweating quite a bit, Greg." That's because it's hot today, Mr. Monkey. You don't carry on that conversation with a monkey. It doesn't work that way, right? The monkeys don't just, they can communicate. I've seen them even use sign language before. Pretty amazing stuff. But you've never sat down, I'm telling you, you could sit in a room with a monkey all day long and you'd never teach that monkey to go, "Hi, how are you?" He could use hand signs. He could probably even write it. I've seen monkeys even write things before. Gordon did math last week. You guys remember Gordon doing math? 2 plus 2, Dr. Dark had him doing math last week. I've even seen him do that before. But they've never sat down and had an intelligent conversation like I am having with you guys right now. I'm asking you questions, and you guys are talking back to me, right? You can't do that with a monkey.
Well, what if the monkey said, "Hello, can I borrow some monkey underwear?"
I would really be shocked if a monkey asked for a pair of monkey underwear. All right, so now here's the thing, guys. Listen. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, but when I listen to people and they tell me that I came from a monkey and I evolved from a monkey, or even worse, I evolved from slime, because that's really what they're telling us. When stuff like this happens and they tell you that you came from evolution, there was a big bang in space, and this big bang in space just happened to put everything together, just so happened that everything came together right to create life. That's not true. There's no way. The Bible is the history book of the universe, guys. You guys know that? It's the history book of the entire universe, because the Bible tells us from beginning to end, all the way to front to back, from the start of the universe when God created it, all the way to the end when we spend forever with Him. It's the history book of the universe. And it's absolutely true. See, a lot of times people argue with us and say that it's not true. And they want to do stuff like this. Let me show you a picture here real fast. I want you to see where I'm coming from here. And they'll show me this picture, and they'll tell me, "Look, man, this monkey or this gorilla has got a nose, and so has this guy. He's got a nose, and this gorilla's got 2 ears, and this guy's got ears. And look at the hair. Look at the hair on that monkey, and then look at that guy. And they have necks, and they eat, and they have eyes. And so it's obvious." That's what they're telling me. It's obvious that humans came from monkeys. It's not obvious, guys, because here's the thing. When the Bible tells you at the beginning, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth," He created on a different day. Anybody have an idea of what day animals were created on?
16.
All right. Man was created on that same day as well, right? All right. So now, that just shows me, the Bible tells me that they were created separately, though. Because where did man come from? Well, the Bible tells us, where did man come from? God created man out of what?
Dust.
Out of dust.
Dust from the earth.
Out of dust. He came and he scooped up the ground and he worked with it like Play-Doh. And he worked with it and he did his God thing because he's awesome like that. And he worked with it and he worked with it and he breathed the breath of life, the Bible says, into that mound of clay. You guys ever seen that show with like the sandcastles and stuff like that?
No.
You guys ever seen a sandcastle?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen the really cool stuff that they can do with it? I've seen people make turtles.
Awesome.
Some cool stuff, man. You ought to have mom and dad, if you get home on the internet, you ought to have mom and dad look up some sandcastle stuff. Because there's some people that can do some amazing stuff with sand. They can make huge castles and make all kinds of cool stuff. But let's look at the ones that make animals. All right? So listen, you guys make animals out of sand, okay? Let's say you get a turtle-shaped thing and you put all your sand in it and you turn it over in the sand and there's a turtle. Could you breathe life into that turtle and create it? Real turtle. A real turtle. You'd be like, and that turtle would be like, "Thanks, man." And he'd crawl off. Can anybody do that?
Yes.
Only God can do that. And so that's exactly what God did with Adam. It's exactly what God did with Adam and Eve. That's exactly what he did with Adam, at least, is that he created Adam out of the dust. And he breathed life into him. And so here's the thing, guys. Created by God, God allowed us with a soul on the inside of us and a creativity that animals do not have. How many of you have seen your dog pick up a pencil and start drawing a picture? You have not seen your dog draw pictures. Come on now. Your cat doesn't draw pictures either. All right, now look. All right, let me get serious for just a minute here, guys. Now look. God created man. It doesn't take a lot of proof to believe that, because here's the thing. Evolution teaches that when something evolves, like this guy right here, you see this little monkey down here on the end? The little guy with his tail and his hands are all doing this? Yeah. You guys see that monkey there on the end?
I don't.
Do we still have monkeys like this? You guys ever seen a monkey like this?
No.
I have. I've seen monkeys like that at the zoo. They've still got tails, and they jump around from tree to tree, and they're jumping around. And evolution teaches us that when something evolves or changes, kind of like this guy, kind of like this guy right here, how he changed from monkey to man. Evolution teaches us that when something happens like that, it ceases to exist. So if this was around and he evolved into a man, there'd be no more monkeys. There'd be no more monkeys. We'd not seen a monkey anymore, because those monkeys would have evolved into something different. That's what evolution teaches us. And that's what they're going to try and teach you in your schools. And so when you go to school and they tell you that there was a monkey at one time, and now it's a man, you guys can look at them and go, that's a bunch of hooey. That God created me. Because here's the thing too. Monkeys can't write books.
Monkeys
can't fly airplanes. You guys have not seen the monkeys all get together in their little ties and get together and go to church. And monkeys don't do that. Why? Why don't they do that? Because God created them.